All right, we got a little bit different video kind of going on today on Trapper Rod's Outdoor Pursuits. This will be the very first time that the boys, Buster and Benji, have been out without Ginger. It's been about a week since Ginger treed her first squirrel. And we've got these boys out in the woods, their collars are on. And we're going to check out and see what they do without Ginger. Then I'll take them back to the house once they seem to get tired and start coming back and hanging around my feet. And I'll get Ginger and see what she does. So we're going to take all the dogs out for a run today. Oh, Buster's starting, or Benji's starting to look up. That's what Ginger started doing right before she started getting tree-minded. Started looking up when she went through the woods. And Benji is Ginger's full brother. Get him! Get him! Well, you know he's got at least some of those genetics in there. They're just 7.5 months old. They're having a marking contest right now to see who can mark stuff. They've just in the past 3 weeks figured out how to lift up their legs. And now they're pretty happy with that newfound talent. The boys started out a little slow. Seemed like they maybe didn't have quite the energy that Ginger had, but now they're tromping around the woods, and Benji's tapped a couple trees and started looking up them. So go get them, hunt them up. Go get them, hunt them up. We'll just keep on our little woods walk, but they started out a little slow without Ginger's energy, but now they're kind of finding a pace of their own. Count them up. So we've been out here about 30 or 45 minutes, and the boys are starting to kind of get a little tired, but they're getting a second wind. One thing Benji's doing today that I really like is he's tapped a few trees, and he's really starting to look up in the trees. He'll be walking around the woods, looking up, checking out the tops of the trees, and getting that mind of looking up there for game. I like that. Buster's still kind of outpacing him when it comes to getting out and running. But Benji's bringing up the rear. Here they both come. Watch this video real quick. Here they both come after getting out there about 70, 80 yards. And so we're going to kind of mosey on back towards the Polaris Ranger, and we're going to probably get them in the dog box and go get Ginger. But they've had a good day in the woods. They've both showed me that they can go hunt without Ginger. Maybe not quite the speed. I think Ginger, you've seen videos of Ginger, and you'll see one here in a minute, and she just burns up the woods. She just goes through the woods like a mad woman. Well, I think that they were feeding off of that. And one thing a gentleman that I bought Ginger and Benji from told me is you never want your squirrel dog to depend on another dog. That's why we're going to start hunting Ginger alone, and once one of these dogs starts treeing, we'll start hunting him alone, and eventually we'll be hunting all three of these dogs alone, because you want a dog that can go tree their own squirrels. And I agree with that 100%. Now, once we get to coon hunting next year, I'll definitely probably have all three of them, because one big bore coon is a little more than one Feist can handle most of the time. So definitely want them to work in a team as it comes to coons, but you know, they do have squirrel dog night hunts too. That's them. They do have squirrel dog night hunts too, so you know, you definitely want your dog to be able to go tree their own coon as well. So we'll just have to see. This next weekend we're going down to Marshfield, Missouri, to the Sunrise Curran Feist Club. Going to get a lot of good information there. So stay tuned. We're going to go get Ginger. All right, now we're out here, and it's just about 45 minutes before sundown. We've got Ginger out of the back of the dog box, and she is burning up the woods all by herself. She's already made a big loop while I was getting the phone out. So we're going to get down here in the woods and see if we can't find her a squirrel. Treeing on that big old oak right there. Good girl, good girl. Hunt him up. Good girl. Good girl. Where's he at? Where's he at? Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Good girl. Good girl. Where's he at? Get him. Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Get him. Good girl. Good girl. Hunt him up. Where's he at? Good girl. I'm going to back off and take a good look at this tree. See a little nest up there, but good girl. Good girl. Really proud of Ginger. She's only hunted this time alone by herself. This is her first time alone, and she is ranging out and hunting just like the dog that she hunts with everybody else. That's real encouraging for her. If we can just get her on some squirrels and teach her what a squirrel smells like, and get her the tricks and the trade of being a squirrel dog, she might make some sort of a champion. You never know. That's a goal. But she's out there about, let's take a look at her. Oop, here she comes. Hunt him up. Good girl. Good girl. Hunt him up. Go hunt him up. And there she goes again. So we're going to hunt a little bit deeper in this woods, see if we can't find her squirrel. Talk to him. Good girl. Talk to him. Oh, but he's in that hole. Good girl. Good girl. Talk to him. Where's he at? Where's he at? Ginger got one on the den tree. But she's treed twice tonight. Come on, girl. Let's go. You got him. Good girl. Good girl. She's thinking there might be something up that tree. She's not sure, though. I don't see anybody. But she's definitely done a good job tonight. She's treed 2 den trees and tapped a lot of trees. She's starting to figure out this game. We didn't get her a squirrel tonight. We're just about back to the 4-wheeler. Oop. Well, that'll be it for this evening. The sun's down, and Ginger, she's still out running around hunting, but next time she checks in, we're going to put her back in the dog box. She tapped several trees, was looking up, and looked like she was really trying to figure out what the squirrel descent and all the stuff meant there in the woods. Didn't see any squirrels. Saw 2 den trees that she treed on out of about 3, maybe 4 trees that I would call, kind of a puppy, half-hearted tree. But she did a great job of covering the woods. I don't know how far she ran when I was walking, but boy, she crissed and crossed, and she'd come check in, and she'd get out there at 100 yards. You'd just see her going through the woods. So she's doing a good job, and we'll see you next time here on Trapper Rod's Outdoor Pursuits.